Network Entertainment.
Did you wake up with a silver spoon?
Welcome to Saab Podcast! Okay, guys, Burr months na. Ano yung patapos na yung the very first Burr month. But it's, of course, a time to reflect, time to say thanks. And Globe, our sponsor for this episode, is also celebrating G-Day, their big thank you month this September. But today, we're gonna go deeper. We're gonna talk about how gratitude, scientifically, alam kong gusto mo yun.
Yes.
Scientist yan.
Yes.
Scientifically, personally, how does it change your life? And when does it actually go wrong? I'm sure, well, if you've been a long time listener of our podcast, Jim is very passionate about this. We talked about it a lot before, diba na, yung one thing na wag mong tipirin, tama ba?
Yeah.
Yun, diba? Gratitude. Or like,
before we continue, gratitude.
it's both thing. It's tomato.
Really?
Ano mo gusto mo sabihin? Gratitude?
Gratitude.
Ano?
Gratitude.
Gratitude. Let's call it gratitude. Okay, fine. Gratitude.
Obviously, I've been very nerdy about this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in the years of like self-discovery and trying to make myself better, I've read a lot of stuff about like how the science of it, basically, the science of gratitude.
Being grateful.
The science of being grateful. Again, and I have personally put myself in these experiments. So that's why I guess I wanted to do this episode kasi parang pareho tayo. We tayo mismo ang naging lab rats nito, right?
It's so funny. Walang pumapasok sa utak ko kundi gratitude.
Ano nga tayo? Grat rats. Ganda, no?
Gusto ko yun.
Grat rats. We are the grat rats of grat.
Gratitude.
And I think especially now with and Saab and I actually talked about it recently, like because of all the stuff that's been happening, and we need this even more.
We need this.
So I want to start with the science, and aside from all the loserly douchebags that kind of,
we're gonna cut that.
Hindi. I mean, like, kasi I just saw na naman nalala mo yung kunento ko yung Tim Ferriss on YouTube na parang, this is my evening routine where I go to the sauna for 4 hours.
Grabe yung 4. Actually, 4 hours.
I go to the sauna for 4 hours and then I put on my infrared, whatever. So I'm erasing all of that. And let's simplify, and the act of being grateful or gratitude, it boosts the chemicals which are called the happy chemicals, which is dopamine and serotonin. Okay.
Yes.
So may study actually that says na writing down 5 things you're grateful for every week increased people's happiness by 25% in just 10 weeks. I just don't know how. Sorry, hindi ako sobrang.
I mean,
so ano to, tong data guy, like he says like, ikaw magsulat ka ng 5, ikaw magsulat ka ng 5, ikaw magsulat ka ng 5.
Jim, studies show,
Kaya
I think they have a way to actually call, they're qualified enough.
Kaya so parang sinasabi niya like, ikaw magsulat ka ng 5 ha.
I don't think that's how they do it.
Masaya ka na ba?
Grat-rat ka na ba? No, that's
Grat-rat ka ha?
it's probably not how they do that. Pero I know I've written down, it's different kapag, I remember before you taught me the practice of every morning 3 things you're grateful for. Ito nga in the study, it's 5 things you're grateful for the week. Jim told me like in the morning, try to write down 3 things you're grateful for. You know what? Every time I would write that in the morning, it changed the course of my day. Gotta say.
Definitely. Actually, what I've been, so that's one, yung parang how it, just wiring your brain. There's this one with Tony Robbins naman. Tony Robbins?
Mel Robbins? Tony Robbins.
Si Shallow Hal. Si Shallow Hal guy.
Jack Black?
Hindi.
Oh, yes.
Eh,
Tim Robbins. Ay,
Hindi, that's an actor. Anyway, what he there's this thing also called priming. Na literally like when you wake up, it goes beyond gratitude, but actually immersing yourself in that moment. So let's say kunwari, the three things that to start your day, the three things that you write down.
Yeah.
Instead of just writing it down, let's say, I love my kids. You think of them. You think of you think of their voice. You think of how they make you laugh. You think of, what their hug feels like. Tas parang you're literally priming your brain, which is therefore going to your body. So therefore, it all goes from mental to physical,
yes.
which actually, so if you're more grateful, your physical health will improve also.
How so?
Well, number one, yung stress hormone, which is basically the chemicals that are saying like
Cortisol.
cortisol. Yeah. So basically the stress hormones that are saying like, hey, be praning ka.
Be on edge.
Be on edge. Kung mag-relax
Which is not entirely bad, but it's
You
bad
need
when
it.
you have too much of it.
Yes. And what we've always said, like, we were designed to have that stress hormone because we want to avoid, let's say, oh my God, there's a cheetah. Say, oy, may cheetah dito sa...
Or cheater. Wali.
Ganda. Ako ay may cheetah dito sa coffee shop. Diba? So, stress hormone activates. Ano gagawin ko? Babatuhan ko sila ng Amerikano. Diba? Or tatakbo ako.
Ayaw daw niya. Gusto niya grande. Wali. Wali.
But what happens, and because of social media and all these things and life, basically, we don't know how to turn it off. So parang even though you're not in a cafe na may cheetah,
Yes.
parang ganun ang
Pag
nangyayari.
may cheetah sa harap mo, you practice gratitude.
I'm grateful for you, cheetah.
I'm thankful that...
Cheetah.
No, so it does lower stress hormones. And if you have lower stress hormones, you sleep better.
Exactly.
And everybody knows when you sleep better, then
Actually,
life just is immaculately improved.
everybody does not know that because sa dami-daming mga hanash na you gotta do 15 hours of sauna per week. You gotta do infrared whatever. Honestly, it's sleeping, man. Like, sleeping is the ultimate reset of your body. As you grow older, I mean, we're in our 30s na, the more and more we realize na beyond a bad hangover or being sick, just not sleeping is the way to ruining your day, your mood, and your
Parang nag-iiba ka nga as a
Tao.
person no? Pag hindi ka nakatulog ng maayos.
Yes.
Another thing, so we talked about the brain chemistry, how it changes, physical health. It's also a mindset shift. Kasi there are some studies that show that gratitude reduces envy, resentment, and regret. So basically, these are the emotions that make us spiral. It's just the small practices of like a mindset shift na, okay, ang hassle ng commute going to work. But once you get there, at least it's like, parang, kahit it's a small thing, thank you, hindi ako na late today. Or thank you, I got here safely. It can change your mood.
Also, which we're gonna talk about later, kasi it does change your mindset, but this is very different from mindset lang yan, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that.
It's not that.
This is not mindset lang yan, bro. But point is, when you are in a stressful situation or a situation where you just can't feel happy, try using gratitude as your weapon or your tool to just change your feeling about that situation.
Yeah.
That's it.
And a lot of your wellness bros who do 15 hours of sauna, they also talk about like loads of supplements, right?
Yeah.
But I think the vitamin that we need is vitamin G. Vitamin gratitude.
Nice.
It's so hard to be grateful kapag sobrang sabaw na yung brain mo.
Okay. Yeah, and I think it also affects our relationships.
Yes.
Like, for example, every time, let's say, kuwari, in the morning, especially with Saab and I, like, we live together and there's so many things happening in each day. it's nice to have these little pockets and moments that I could say na, I'm so grateful for Saab na, she prepared my vitamins, or like kunwari, my kids learn something new, and because Saab teaches them, I like to practice na you can feel it, but there's a very different, kaya ang pinupush namin is to express it, to write it down, because you can feel it, but sayang naman yung beautiful, yung happy chemicals that you can release just by, sulitin mo, naramdaman mo na rin eh. So, like, kunwari, sa amin ni Sab,
in relationships, especially.
In relationships, the way we parent also, like, I think as all the parents who are listening, we know naman it's such a difficult job, right? But if you practice,
before we move on to parenting,
Sorry.
about relationships, I did want to point out that there is a study that shows that couples who regularly verbalize their thanks, they regularly feel more satisfied. So, si Jim kasi normal sa kanya because he's words of affirmation, right? So, he does take a moment regularly. He will say, "Hey, I just want to say I'm so thankful that you spend so much time." Blah blah blah. And, I mean, he says it more than I do, but I never take it for granted because I appreciate every time he says it to me, and I'm taking like I've gotten better at it.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
The words of affirmation. It doesn't. Ako kasi I'm acts of service, but it's also different when you do verbalize your gratitude. So, thank you.
The reason why you need to do it also more
What?
is because lalo na kunwari, our relationship is changing. Right? So, kunwari, hindi ka talaga words of affirmation. Kunwari, service ka. Pero since, yun nga, you're now a mom,
Yes.
like,
the reality of it is that we don't spend as much time together, just the two of us. So, just the act of saying thank you and meaning it is so... It makes our relationship so much better. And now, moving on to parenting, what are the things na you're thankful for? Like, mga milestones.
Ako, every time I come home, I guess I scan and I look at things, and every time the kids do something new and something, I always go back to like I find it so surreal. And when I weird ako eh. I'm weird. Like when I'm surreal, I kind of like, oh my god, this can't be. This is too great. Like for example, like when me, Pancho and Vito are playing music together, I always think like, oh my god, like this is what I always dreamt of, and now it's happening.
Yeah.
So I guess sometimes pausing, writing it down at the end of the day or at the start of the day helps me become a better parent, because like na-fuel nga, again, it goes to your brain, it becomes physical, you have more energy, you're more patient, diba? With friends,
I think I like hyping them up. I love being the cheerleader of my friends. I'm always like, yes, my best friend's Candy. Even if we don't see each other every single day, but when I see snippets of her life on social media, or she sends me like updates, or we talk on the phone, like I don't ever like missing the opportunity to say how proud I am and how thankful I am.
Bakit sila may ganun?
Hindi ko alam. Joke lang. Ano ka ba? Grabe ka. Kasabi ko lang.
Yun nga, bakit ikaw napupush ka to do that for them?
What?
No. I'm just...
What is your glitch?
I'm asking lang like...
Bakit ikaw hindi ka na ganun ba?
No. I mean, ganun ako.
Basta dyan ako grateful akong tao. Joke.
Yun nga eh. You can, kasi you mentioned this whole episode na hindi normal sa'yo mag-express ng gratitude, right? Sa tao.
Yeah.
Bakit sa friends ganun, pero kumani sa akin hindi?
Sabi mo hindi ngayon yung point na sinasabi mo.
Hindi. I'm not saying it in a way na para mag-away tayo.
I know. Okay.
Gets mo? Parang
yes,
tinatanong ko lang, ano
okay. Sige.
Para gawin ko yung ginagawa nila.
No, for the sake of those who are similar to me and Jim, na yun nga, it's a little bit hindi as natural for one of you guys to express their thanks. And this is a flaw in a way because sa sobrang Jim and I are like, feeling ko, so I guess I do take it for granted before, but I'm better now. Dami kong disclaimer. But because we're so in sync, right? We're so in sync na I feel like you're in my brain. Gets mo? So I feel like, alam mo na yun eh. But, again, I have been finding out that's not true. And that's why I want to keep practicing verbalizing it, expressing it. Because we are so, you get it? It's because I love you so much, okay? Okay now.
No. The reason why I'm asking is because also lalo na with guys. I mean, buti na lang may banda kami. May banda tayo. Like, my best friends are my bandmates.
You express your gratitude.
Because we have a venue for it. Gets mo? Like, kunwari, I will never, hindi ko titipirin na, hey, Manny, great bass line. Like, oh, nice, Kyle. But I don't know normal dudes like,
hey man, thanks for coming. Ganun, di ba?
Ibang thanks for, pwede naman.
Alam mo,
pero
malaki pa rin
like
yun,
a sit down, like, hey, thanks for being my friend. And, thanks for, remember, kuha na ganito. And the thing is, for guys, I don't know, for all the guys who are listening, I'm pretty sure makaka-relate kayo dito. Kunwari, ako, it took me, siguro mga 17 years of friendship kami ni Manny. Ano mga years na? Sorry. More. Oh my God. Anong 17? Sorry. 27 or whatever. I don't know. In that whole friendship, I think it's only been once na I actually sat down and said, hey, I'm so grateful for you.
Really?
I mean, I say it in little moments, pockets, like, grabe, thanks, man. Ganyan. Pero, like, and that's my best friend na. So, parang, guys,
it makes you realize that you can do better.
Yeah, definitely. Parang,
but hey, don't discount it because you wouldn't have lasted this long in your friendship.
Kung wala yung pockets na yun. Kasi, pero I guess I'm using that as an example na ako na nga si Master. I'm a grat. I'm a grat rat. I'm a grat king.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a grat. I'm the grat king.
Yeah.
I'm the grat king, and ganun ka hindi normal yun. I mean, it's so just imagine all the guys who and so my advice is, guys, if you want to strengthen your friendships and these important relationships,
I want you guys to think about it. When was the last time that you really felt thanked by someone? Hindi lang yung thank you, ganun lang, tas, not out of manners, but very sincerely. And how did that change your day? Because I want to talk about mine, which was just a few days ago. My friend Lauren sent me a DM, and it was so sweet. She sent me a DM, even sending reels, right? She sent me a reel that was about parang, send this to someone that you think parang all of the good things that are happening in their life is because they're being them. And like they deserve all the goodness that's happening in their lives. And like, I was just, oh my gosh, like, thank you. And then she said, I'm so thankful for you. And so I was just very touched. I felt, aw.
And
all the DMs from the pod kids, of course. So sweet.
Yeah, actually, nakakatawa eh. I mean, more like sa pod kids, sa podcast, like this has been like, I love pod kids because they're super woa.
Words of affirmation. Woa. Totoo naman.
That's our acronym.
AOS. Acts of service.
But yeah, I don't think grabbing question mo.
Bakit ako? Hindi ba ako nag-thank you sa'yo?
No, I mean like, ikaw, yeah.
Hello,
like, I think the last time
I did a super serious and sincere, like I stopped you in your tracks and said, I said thank you.
Yes.
Remember?
You're not. Yes. Well, yeah.
Just like the other day.
Yes.
Did you not think that was sincere?
I think yung sa friends though.
This is not it.
I think the last time that a friend has said something, has shown gratitude towards me, like a friend, like a close friend, is like,
Iba ba yung thanks sa good job?
And I think our wedding.
Galing,
I think yung wedding natin 11
Did
years
Jason
ago.
like give you like props for setting up the whole thing for our
Yeah,
treats
that's
gig.
fine. That's not like what it's that's equivalent like ganda ng scoring mo kanina. Parang ganun. Ganda ng layup mo.
Nice set,
Ganda ng
pare.
layup, ganda ng hook shot mo. Ganun. But
Hook shot?
I
What's
mean,
that?
I'm
Is that a
I'm trying to
basketball thing?
think like when was the last time I had a friend who sat me down and said like, "Hey, you mean a lot to me." And grabe, should find new friends.
All right. While you, if you have any friends listening, speaking of celebrating gratitude, Globe has been doing this through G Day for 10 years now because Globe celebrates you this G Day. And G Day, for everyone's reference, it's Globe's thank you to customers. That's how they give their rewards, surprises, concerts, and raffles. And it's a fun example of gratitude turning into actual experiences, not just lip service. Globe is celebrating 10 years of G Day this September. It's their way of saying thank you to customers with exciting rewards, meaningful experiences, and fun surprises. From daily surprise gifts to big raffle prizes, there's something for everyone. Don't miss your chance. Check the Globe One app for your G Day surprise gift today and celebrate with Globe this September and make every day a G Day.
One thing I'm grateful for, the Globe One app.
G.
G.
Sobrang G.
I think it works kahit walang hotspot. Ay, kahit walang net no?
I don't think so.
I don't know. So, I guess...
I wouldn't know because I always got data.
Okay, so I guess the last two things we want to talk about is one, si mindset lang yan, bro.
AKA
So,
toxic positivity.
Yeah, so especially now, like ngayon yan, pag mainit yung political climate and the world is kind of getting,
Yeah.
I guess
Let's talk about
I don't like it when, like, let's be careful with the way things are communicated and when people weaponize it. You know,
yes.
na parang,
For example, ano?
Parang
maging grateful ka na lang.
yes, I think the key here is when someone is trying to dismiss real and genuine feelings. Actually, in the Buddhist, I'm reading Power of Now again. Sorry,
By Eckhart Tolle.
yes, my favorite book. Buddhist, Jesus, Christianity,
In Buddhism, Jesus.
all basically. Actually, it doesn't matter if it's ano. Ang point niya is the point is accepting your present reality does not mean you are blinding yourself from pain. So when we're pushing for be in the now, be present, be real, it doesn't mean na okay, I surrender. Like, kunwari, mali yung I surrender, I don't feel pain anymore, I'm not scared anymore. No. Surrendering is actually saying na, I'm afraid, man. Like, this is scary, but this is
Allow yourself to feel.
and this is the situation. I understand that this is the situation. It's very, very scary.
But what does Darth Vader say? Or not Darth Vader. Parang given to the dark. Yun yung line niya.
Search your feelings?
Search your feelings. You know it to be true. Yun ba yun? Yung line
Yeah.
about like
Oh, yun.
giving into the...
Well, search your feelings. You know it to be true. That's exactly it. And I think the problem is when someone says like, I'm feeling angry or I'm feeling sad. Grabe naman, be grateful na.
grateful.
Parang,
Buti nga yung iba.
Oo.
Diba? Buti ka nga ganyan eh.
kunwari, or like you say, grabe stress yung trabaho, and then ang sabihin ng tao, like, grabe, may namumulubi nga eh. Like, diba? It's like, that's true, very true, but please don't, let's be careful not to devalue the feelings and
What if it's like, shocks, like wala yung gourmet caviar ko. Okay lang yun. You know what? I will say, they're okay to feel that way.
yeah. Sabihin ko,
Kakainis.
sabihin ko, bad trip yun ha, pero, bad trip ka ha.
Buti ka nga eh. Joke. No, but just kidding. Why it's harmful. Studies show if you're forcing the gratitude, it actually increases guilt or shame instead of joy. Kapag dapat nga masaya ka eh.
Yeah.
Dapat nga thankful
So,
ka eh.
dodoble pa yung stress mo because like,
Yes.
oh my God, there's something wrong with me nga. Bakit nga ba ako hindi masaya?
Yes.
Bakit hindi ko maiba yung mindset ko?
Yes. Kasi there is, ang dami nating studies there is a study that notes that gratitude must be authentic because forced gratitude does backfire.
Sorry, that doesn't have to be a study. Kailangan ba study yun?
Well,
So
no,
do you
why I
think that,
like
do you
it-
think, do you think that, that there's a scientist who said like
authentic ba yan?
based on my research,
Fake yung thank, ano mo, thank you mo, fake.
based on my research and sa data na to, it says na ano. But anyway, I guess what I do like is the line nga na gratitude and grief can coexist.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
It's very, very true. And I think that's how we should
Ito pa, meron pa ako isa pang nugget
Go.
of wisdom. Gratitude should expand empathy, not silence pain. That's why gratitude and grief can coexist. Because yes, you can be grateful, but you don't use it to shut someone up.
I like it.
Okay? Okay? So, ikaw na lang ang
Okay.
mag-shut up. Shut up.
So now I guess we're gonna share our tips.
Mhm.
Non-infrared,
Non-sauna. 5 hours at the sauna.
yeah, non
How to practice
non-
gratitude
yeah.
daily. How do we do this at real life? Here are some actual things that you can do right after listening to this episode.
Yeah.
Number 1, you can do the 3 good things journaling. This is what I was talking about kanina. Because nga, writing down 5 things that you're thankful for in a week, or writing 3 good things daily.
Ako ang babaw
boosts-
ng 5 in a week. Sorry.
Okay, sige. Wait, can I finish?
Okay, tama.
3 good,
Okay lang pala yung 5 in a week. Sorry.
3 good things daily boosts happiness and lowers depression risk. Pwede rin naman yung, kung ayaw mo ng, kung parang, I don't know what to be thankful for, pwede mo rin gawing 3 funny things, if you feel like, if you're like, this is too cheesy for me, okay, baby steps, baby steps. You can make it 3 funny things that happened
Nakakatawa.
yesterday.
Can I share?
Yes.
My advice is, for a time, nahirapan ako nito kasi like every day I just write Pancho and Vito.
I know.
Saab.
I know. I make it a point na
A
I
house.
try to not include.
No, ako, my advice, instead of not doing that, be more specific.
Yes,
So let's say,
exactly.
kunwari, the sun is out again. May air, ang sarap ng aircon ngayon.
Or ako,
Whatever.
when you say specific, ako, I do like saying like, Pancho helping me press the coffee
Yan.
machine button today.
Or parang ang sarap ng Vogue Chi kagabi.
Mm.
Di ba?
Okay.
Next. Ito, this is, I have done this
You
a
have
couple
done
of
this?
times. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a gratitude letter na
Or text.
what I
Or an
do
email?
sometimes, ako email eh.
Mm.
I do these drafts. Like sometimes I have these sudden bursts of like, let's say kunwari towards my parents. Like, oh my gosh. Like, because nga na we're parents now and like I suddenly have this, oh my God, I can't believe they did this and I feel
Oh.
very grateful for them.
It's so wild when you think about that, no?
So I draft
Yeah.
it on my email and I think I've drafted like 5 or 6 and I've sent out 2. So just doing that, I think it immediately boosts your happiness.
Even if you don't send it?
Even if you don't send it.
Mm.
Like, I think just knowing and allowing yourself to feel those emotions just changes. Instead of you focusing on, oh my God, ang traffic today, you immediately think about how a person was so nice to you.
Next is reframing chaos. So even if
mindset lang kasi yan.
No, if you are feeling very frustrated or about, the entire day na, if you can, just try to find one thing to be grateful for.
Ito, practice natin ngayon.
Ano?
Actually, ang ganda nga nito, yung reframing. This is what I do all the time. And I write a thought that's annoying me. Let's say, I'm very angry at and the news is making me very sad. And I don't like who I am right now. Parang ganon. And then I think of something I'm grateful for just so that, I'm glad whatever. Ikaw, so you pulled your back.
Yeah.
How do you reframe that?
I'm glad that I have you to lean on.
Hindi. Dapat,
Bakit dinidictate mo?
hindi. I mean, dapat, pwede naman. Pwede.
You
Sige.
can't control my feelings
Sige,
and my
pwede.
thoughts. Pero just to point out, ito
Yeah,
yung wait lang. Ito yung difference ng toxic positivity. Kasi toxic positivity would be like, don't feel that.
Oo, pasalamat ka nga
instead feel this. Pero
Yeah.
in this one, if you are feeling frustrated, it's nice to like acknowledge mo na this day has been very frustrating. So I'm gonna look for something to be grateful for, just to
Yes.
kind of balance it out. But we don't say na I shouldn't be frustrated or like I should not be frustrated. But it's like I'm very frustrated. So I would like to find one thing to be grateful for. Kasi kung you're just as in you're gonna drown in that frustration. So try to find one thing that you're grateful for to kind of be your life vest.
Yeah. Ganda. So, kunwari ganun nga.
Ano, didictate mo na naman yung back pain ko. Anong gusto mong
Hindi.
sabihin ko?
Kasi kunwari, Sab says, oh my God, I pulled my back. So, the thought would be, I hate that. I hate this feeling. My day is ruined. Reframing it is, I'm grateful that I'm grateful that I'm here. I can be with my kids and I can rest. Right? That's totally different from maging grateful ka nga na pulled back lang yan. Dami-daming may sakit eh.
Yeah.
Right? Diba?
Yes.
And then lastly, I would say before sleeping, so just because to start and end your day, what I do is, so at the start of the day, I write 3 quote-unquote mababaw things.
Yeah, just good things.
And then at the end of the day, I choose a photo from the day and I upload it on my notes app. Like, what is that photo?
Oh.
And then I write down what that moment was. So, ikaw,
I love
actually,
that.
Sab has
Jim is like the journaling king for like, dami mo namang titles. Rat King.
Rat.
King.
Vice.
And then you're also like the king of journaling for how many years now. And while I'm not as, ano tawag doon? Hindi ako as consistent with it. I do like passing it on to Vito. He, at 5 years old, he has started a thank you journal. He hasn't missed a day for like more than 2 months now, and he's like, he always looks forward to it before going to sleep. Like, one thing he's thankful for, and sobrang cute na mga sinusulat niya doon. And he likes writing it with me, so I'm not writing it without permission. I mean, I'm not reading it without permission, or as you would say, without formation. Mama, can you give me formation?
Okay, so podkids, I would suggest na after this episode, try one of these practices today, and let us know.
You want to text one person you're thankful for?
Do one note. Start your notepad na on your phone. Do a draft for a message.
Or try to say thank you through a meme, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what you kids do nowadays. And hey, Globe is celebrating gratitude too, so don't forget to check your surprise gift in the Globe One app. Celebrate with Globe this September and make every day a G day.
Bye.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.